Welcome. My name is Joanne Kaminski, and today we are going to be taking a look at something that Learning A to Z has just released. It's called Foundations A to Z, and you guys today are going to get an inside. See if it's something that you need to add to your list of literacy tools to teach reading online. You guys, I'm so excited to be able to share one of my favorite tools with you. And, whenever it comes to the Learning A to Z family, they always have amazing resources that they are putting on out there for reading teachers in the school system and tutors to be able to utilize. And oftentimes, as tutors, we're able to use a lot of the same resources that the teachers can use inside of the classroom as well. So, this is a really awesome resource. We've been waiting for Foundations A to Z to come out, and guess what? It is out. Woo! And today, I'm going to be showing you some of the cool features. So let's talk about what is Foundations A to Z. Why did they decided to create this new product? They already had a program called a Head Sprout that, dove into helping kids being able to segment and working on phonological awareness. Why would they have to create another program that would be similar? Well, I'll tell you one thing is they're not similar at all in any way. They're completely different programs. In fact, when I think about like some of the earlier levels that they have, it actually goes before Head Sprout. So you've got pre-readers who you are going to be working with, and your pre-readers, those are those kids that they're still learning the alphabet letters, right? And the sounds that those letters make. Well, inside of Head Sprout, it kind of assumes that they know the names of the basic letters and sounds, but they really struggle with being able to blend those, read words, and it does start them at a very beginning place. But you do end up having kids when you're tutoring that don't know the names and the sounds of the alphabet. So I have found this really useful for working with those specific kids. What is included inside of the Foundations A to Z that has not been included in any of the other stuff is specifically the handwriting sheets. These are very useful. So if I click on this right here, I have two choices. I can just present from here or I can download it. The download feature I use when I create a classroom for my student so that they can print it off at home and they can work on that and then they can submit it to me. So I do create Google Classrooms for my students for the handwriting stuff, and that is very helpful. But if I just click this present, you'll see here that now I have the letter sheet that I'm going to have them working on. One thing that's really cool that I like is they actually tell you what are the strokes that the child should be making when it comes to this. You can pick and choose based off of what it is that you need. Now, this was one of the biggest features um, that Learning A to Z had heard from people is that with Head Sprout, you don't get to choose any of those activities. Your student could do really, really well in like four of those activities, and they really only need to work on one of the activities, but they had to go through the entire thing regardless of where that child was at. Here, you get to make all of those educational decisions for yourself and say, okay, is this something that I'm going to be focusing on? Is this something that this child needs? If so, then I can make sure that I am focusing on that. And in third grade, they're starting to work on cursive. So now it has them forming words and phrases and sentences using the high frequency words, and they're writing those words in cursive. So again, it's got that spelling and the handwriting piece all in one added on there. Right here, you also have the professional development library. And you can really think about anything that it is that you want to learn about. I love this professional development library. Let's say that I go to K. I can see what are some of the things that in K I need to be thinking about. Active listening, alphabetic principle, building knowledge, decoding one syllable words, dictation I definitely see that Foundations is a great resource to be able to teach online and be able to have all the resources that you need at your fingertips without too much time on planning, but also be able to take each individual student that you're working with into consideration as you go through each of the skills and think about, is this a skill that they have mastered? Is this a skill that they need to continue to work on? If so, then I need to work on it, and here's how I can work on it. I'd love to know from you. What do you guys think about Foundations? Are you as excited as I am? I've already purchased my the whole next year for using Foundations. I'm really excited to try it out with each of my students. Thanks again, you guys.